ze maame na tete won ye entina hwese na nkra ne go Broni ho we che some penasem dem dia tete won ye that whoever your father has a child with is still your child. They are not your step siblings. And that mother could represent a mother for you because it is a training. And it tells you that Akosia Sewa for Sumeses is a good trainer. Mind you, although Broni baby mama was not the first person Lumba the first person that picked it up. Ma meneji abofrano. Eye de so ye. Na mba be say ankanaka ewiase a emuni mbe 20 men pre wo go kase. Unfortunately for us, yeah, kasane de wo de na ka unya wedding anka e na me wa che say o your buy awale e na yanya wedding de ah ye fie de ne de. It makes you feel say you are not qualified. Hear my voice today. Any of the marriages that you find yourself inside, you are fully qualified to be a wife. If you are looking for being a civil woman and become a civil wedded wife alone, Mrs. Kobe.
You have said na mama McBrown be catch say oni ni ku max we say o montam ate na mom no o timi ko ni fie kwa boko no aduane mom di eni ade ade a mama McBrown esisu pi say ono de aware de onware bi counselor Lutt I wono so aso asisa asem yeso wonua FM and what you say wona na ya abrefo etwetwe nkomo counselor Lutt say McBrown we asema a woka sa we de onwa bibiem die one wo anya ade because anya di anu se onwa bibiem die a nsabi emu obi ne wonye so asase si obi ane wo ye sada sa aware eda si ye dai ewo wutim ensam de counselor Richard wa aburu bi so papa because wa ya tell say enya bi etwem se wo frɛ eye McBrown ni kru Maxwell ene fa de call ebia exam do so we no dia talk say de on da wo ka say eye Broni eye Sidechick we si so kan nsem bi e dia fefe for Broni oboram na wa koteni na efi eye counselor Lutt eho abaye ba ya che ya dwen o comment section for
ensem a ya kan ai eye dia tufu aye di atem e bi grammar stations bi grass your mum frey I mean but it came to pass I said ye hu no mu me ka say ejuma ma ya chei ade ba ko mi ni besi ene e ye de ma wade gina but de bi egu awade mi ni na na ade bi egu awade bi ni e na wade bi ebegu bi akra me etimi kana odi ma tem yes me pa cho pa ho chewo ba ma me ewu na se wada yeri ni ko amusi a be hwe de besu dendende na to na ba me hia hire me hia me pa chewo se wo kan na mante wo kan na me kaseti a ati me srew fa chem
e dey asa okay kan ko ba bi ba me
because abaye bi di ma tem ma branti e wo America ono amagra mu ankasa ankasa tena OKFM insulted me in front of my big son and I said nothing but to apologize. I like Maxwell. And I told them the straight fact. I told them. But well, she's achieved anything better from this. That is why till today, she says, on open and what you go but still on you and it's weird to hear a man stop marriage and still eat from the bowl.
Yeah.
It's strange. And these people who do that are not men, they are boys. Unless you are eating with your children. And it's dangerous.
McBrown, there was friendship probably before marriage.
Yeah,
the friendship hasn't collapsed. But the marriage has collapsed.
Before the marriage, they were together. But I'm saying that
now for some no, but
it's dangerous for her because once there is one shot no be the nation be a sign. So I didn't call her the no man call her main cassette. Then I but yeah, mommy, I want to go and say baby see you. What must say? And I think she's gotten the breast or the chest to tell us what finally is because na send a colonel and yet McBrown in Kunu. Omo baby my nyina we became stupid of them because edu baby here McBrown our friend Maxwell never. What you say oh Fred McBrown it goes to Maxwell. And it continued like that even till time our idea collapsing in her. Yes, so she made a statement that maybe some say she should have not said that. Maybe one day that our dear don't worry. No. That statement.
Well, no, I think so. Can't so it be a bit me.
But it's your statement you don't.
But sometimes you are too sure. You are very sure.
No,
you don't
can't
want
be
it.
sure. Like you're sitting there, you can't.
You are
be
very sure because me, my cancer means
no, you've not met because how many have you married? Sebio. Umo bidiwa. Nasa wadi o weni so.
Once will be ready.
Charlie. Enti nya bi yanka.
But betimi am obi arewa woni metna but mu nkɔ ekoye.
Na chese de ye
kaze. Mo dem pna be yem pna for life.
Na me kase be bia de.
Na mo ti bom but mo ware.
Na so ti wo din na ukoba. Be ma wade ni ti mo ba na. Oba de bo ma wade. Enti be ma ne mfa ne ho ba wo de bia wade ne ba uti. Me ne nkrofo agya wade a sisi omo konkon. Ho ba omo sen obi awade ho.
Wajai
na wade no obi de ati ni obi o owie ye no obi kunu no sen ho esi kon obi kunu hwa mama bi de kunu ati o na me ni kunu kokrum no body banche ene ntrowa na ebe se na oye adwuma wo sa abai fu no kati obi a be ma koto bonku be ma sin one day kwanu ko adwuma wa na car bo e wo doko tipa e do wie ye ni banche ni we ye ntimi afa the bar hospital na papa ma me your friend ba gidigidi we susa one first week and I'm cast me come soon because of the work 3 weeks we about a month later or the any so ba no anya hwe oni banche
ne board na be ma ne de fie be fie no e banche be ma
never known the price
on to be da de bia de be ma ne de be fie no
on to be da we didn't know how much it cost for your husband to pay your car insurance every year, every month for you until you walk out. Marriage is good, but it shouldn't kill you. So, but it's hurting. Let me say, one of the most honorable females that have come to meet on earth recently is Mrs. Akosia Sewafusu. She's a woman of virtue, the most sensible wife I have met. Among other women.
I don't know, kind of sad.
Especially when she didn't attend the funeral of the late husband.
I know there's one nepe or not dress one.
It's the most sensible thing she did.
I didn't hear. Hey, could I want to die? Sorry, I want
to sorry. Nebuson,
the last respect to someone when near here.
Bien, I no catch or so bar or nim say or yere, ayo. No big beside say na ko say wa de was it Debbie da abrocha wa de minimum nguye na kire mu no same person can testify against you that they write a letter to you that if you find your name in a funeral brochure
you are lucky
then you go to such funeral. Those days are your stamp a post letter obi wuye ye poison go stamp na chi ye koto bread no any envelope na black ye didn't so ye no the president ye envelope na didn't so ye no and a stamp or the board just say ha or the boss so ha that's how he died. Well, a very prominent, go and read the histories there. The biggest German scholar from the Ewe land in Ghana, it's there, it's a history. The didn't grab University of Ghana. So may catch us say obi etawa ye careful. We are vulnerable as men more than women. So mami na mbe ye
obi mpewa sema to be an or time could be a strong word.
No, obi tawa. Because empo to write a letter and tell a woman who has gone through labor and you find your name in a funeral brochure. But you know the painful thing I'm going through for the woman. I've not met her before. But mind you that in Germany you can only write the name of a man when you go through what we call the declaration in the marriage registry in Germany. So her maiden name was scrapped and took the Fosu. Until today, she's not stopped writing Fosu.
She's still called Fosu.
And we still say she's not married. She did a declaration. If Lumba could have divorced her, the passport you are showing that Lumba has been able to do for the 6 new children from Broni and baby mama. Those books, the laws in Germany says you need a registered residence before you can do that. Which resident did Lumba use? Because he doesn't own a house except the one he has together with Akosia as a wife. This woman, she doesn't need to fight a fight. Where posterity will judge whoever has denied truth. I don't know her. Neither do I know baby mama or Broni.
Or your wife.
The judgment that was passed by her leadership.
Or your wife.
Dr. Dorinda Smith Atta. I will not challenge her judgment. It's clear judgment per and by from learned people. But the verdict, I don't support and accept it. And it's my right not to accept it.
Of course.
And for that matter, for them putting her name in.
If you couldn't prove your marriage there, you can't blame a judge.
But if at the end of the day,
you find a lawyer who doesn't know the law,
it's not about
and how to prove marriage, you can't blame
the only person Akosia Sewa for some Mrs. didn't need even Kusi to come and prove her marriage. The only person that was supposed to be able to testify was Obusuampenyi Elder Owusu. Was the only person. But he's the same person who said he was not part of Broni's marriage.
That letter was
testified by visuals and pictures. And the 3-year-old child of that Lumba will grow in his 40s to come and meet the father's uncle who buried the father. Because he said, "Dear me here is a man in the best form. One can say, Messi, no,
there be funu back from.
See, dear, here is a man in the best form.
Na say funu from.
One can funumpo, Nakamesomusa. Dear, here is a man in the best form. No, be up so ye be a year. We are na frame.
As the Busuampenyi de Jana say man, no.
Oh, me can answer.
We have issues with him.
Me case so say.
As a Busuampenyi, maybe
the truth is Lumba Papa. Lumba Papa. Lumba Papa or ya Mr. Fosu. Any mammy be under uncle who Akosia Sewa Fosu. Ne ya wade bi a engu yenti ne nebesi the da ye kase. Mammy be di Fosu. Enti sam passing man be di Fosu a.
Obi also to me jaya warrior. But ni kunu din e da so no onyim free
through the certificate of divorce you declare.
Obi wo ha o jaya warrior still continues to be called by the person's
just like
name.
Dr. Williams' wife, she chose it by
yes.
law. You only choose it by law. You will not work with it because it has an implication. So legally, you choose to maintain the names and documents. It's by law. That is why last time we see Broni Efusumisi don't try because she cannot be. The document that we use to register and do declaration as Mrs. Fosu, she doesn't have it. If she gets one, it's illegal. I'm saying all these things to say, our dear no more common, bear way, see yentino. A young crophobia drin say, caught our dear na,
I'm a see, I am a time.
If you must say, I'm a time. Baby, I Yamaku Coninti,
because according to a kind warrior, no say when you know, Jutum dia near Mefa Mubako.
But Namasa,
my farmer, my Japa,
Debbie, a toy, Debbie, a toy, your mamre, our dear me and son, your Jutum woman. The Mohammedan marriage, the customary marriage. The Mohammedan marriage has a seal of 4 women. The customary marriage has a seal of as many
as you want.
To me. And the civil marriage is 1 man, 1 wife. And the civil marriage is where bigamy is coming in clearly. And Mrs. Akosia Sewa for Suda, I'll mention her name every time, was the only, to me, till today, the only legally registered wife of the late Daddy Lumba, as far as documentation is concerned. For me, the judgment, I will not say flaw. Because case I did call court, now, PST, the declaration of her leadership, Dr. Smith Atta said, when you now improve that means Obiaku Fiawa dear Saturday. And now what you call your court our dear Cassam ready good if you dear. And on Chile court our dear one ding. But Ghana Mraya woman say, our dear me and Sana Yajatum, obeying to me worrying you. Within the promulgation of the law, the Mohammedan, the customary, and the civil, by the laws of Ghana, you cannot practice the two. You can use one.
Ordinance, no way. And now for Muslim media now the ordinance account.
So anytime you attempt to choose one, you denounce one. You denounce one and keep one. Etina ko engagement de nebusuan ye wie pa immediately akosan no efie de negu
customary de no enye adwuma
eyempra wadio esiwa wadio whatever it is so egu ebusuan panyin ni ahoden wasubio and send goose our dear you. Yes, she and dear Lumba, a woo ye mu palma yatias. And yet to me, can be I say, our dear me and sending you now, you're very valid and very important. And it is recognized by law. Customary marriage is a legal marriage. Law, yeah. It's a legal marriage. Under the PNDC law 111, where we do interstate, that is where we used to measure what we call the testament or what you call the will. And memo being sister we are or for Siniku say Koyemi Mrs. Naminya the only wife. Please, it's the man that pays the bride price. And it is you who accepts it. So if the man has his intention that Abraham me boy, what is you are still a wife.
Now only obi bet me and no on
now one person you be child walo papa. That's all.
Now so to me so papa.
So then you see that's our problem.
One person assembly man better than what
a son pollution
customary obi to me ba home and
na make us
or ba ko no aye me ne umi enu pe asamba na me umi enu pe ya
ba ko no mo aye asan wani ne eye ma ne ho faso
enu no pe
na enu no pa onye
na be ma ne so wonye
be ma ne hu na bra but onim say mra bi wo ho kama say okwa no ne UK, US, where they practice civil marriage. Your customary marriage. So when you take your customary marriage,
more engagement say promise.
There's no law there. Promise. Those things are not laws there. It is marriage. Now, adia back on head then say, Yati is a mere 1 year or a fear dear. I are customary. Now me know 2 can come on near Bisania see a wallet near court registry now. Dear Bisa engagement as a move. They will accept our traditional marriage and convert it by law to civil marriage. Yes. Remember that they don't practice anything than one marriage. So whatever you present to them, they give you access to go and straight ahead. Okay.
Now they are at home
until straight. So you go and then you go through the process and become a wife. And that one becomes a civil marriage. So your ungrophobia or me a customary marriage or Ghana. Ebusuani that's so mumba AMB MB ye. But I'm not to quine. Ya mo quine. I'm on adjacent Sosima Walidia. Document ye here they are feeling. If you didn't know you money crate,
there been to pen crata.
Jatu says sad. Yeah, mamma who come mamma wali.
Marco fan crata dia babake.
Yeah, who come a wali won't call Ghana and Kowalema. There's nothing like that to go to Ghana and marry. Once you prove to us that the two of you are so never ever believe, say, oh, worry if fear dia is less, but worry court dia is higher. I have come to believe that to manipulate a man.
And but so worry a fear dia now or Ghana now fan to quiet. So a fear the end in the edge.
Na me Ghana just our dear back etum or Jimmy Nutum or dear 9 years. Hona make us say now what to ho. Nay, if you are dear, men pro home quiet court our dear. This so when ni be or team.
And now in Bama now on the say beer, one sharp a biber become on beer or me na brand or never dear Japan.
Baby, near Sassis on in Bamabia. Be in me, Miss Minimum. Namin person minimum. There's no construction of the.
Well, the kind of person you think he is, no. Maybe better me because
what you are thinking he is what you are thinking.
There might be something different.
It's not different. That's how he is. If I marry you today and make you Mrs. Lutt, remember you are not a Lutt. You are a co-opted member. So what we do in our family by blood relation, you cannot do it, but you fight it. I might be belonging to a school of thought that in my family, polygamy is a key word.
Yeah.
And we don't frown on having a lot of wives. Baby, I'm a feeble on me while living. Me, mammy never tomb power, dear Sumian. And I'm me and son about penny while living. So polygamy is there. Your prayer to stop polygamy and to stop me from becoming what I'm going to become will not help. The same way the children I'm bringing out of me. And I make us say, Lumba money bomb papa. They have not offended their mother because they are not from their mother's lineage.
Papa.
They are from the Fosu family. So if the uncle of Fosu says you are burying your father, they have the right to come. And they came to exhibit characters that shows them. Mamma attitude 1 year. And Tina, she said, I'm going to go to Broni home. When she has some penance, they have the attitude 1 year. that whoever your father has a child with is still your child. They are not your step siblings. And that mother could represent a mother for you because it is a training. And it tells you that Akosia Sewa for Sumeses is a good trainer. Mind you, although Broni baby mama was not the first person the first person that picked it up. My manager Abofrano. Dear so ye. Namba be say ankanaka ewiase amunimbe 20 men pre wo go kase. Unfortunately for us, yeah, kasane de wo de na ka unya wedding anka and me watch say oh your buy awale and anya wedding de ye fie de ne de. It makes you feel say you are not qualified. Hear my voice today. Any of the marriages that you find yourself inside, you are fully qualified to be a wife. If you are looking for being a civil woman and become a civil wedded wife alone, Mrs. Kobe, yes, it is your act of mentality and greed that you want to be the only wife. Stay there. But because you are not a man,
you can't take that decision.
Because you are not a man, most men who understood negatively say the civil marriage was a Christian marriage are suffering today because it is a dogma that was preached in the church that those who have not even gone to sign, some churches made them feel that they are invalid. Their wives that are second wives, the pastors who didn't understand what it means to eat communion, denied them of communion because they are second wives, but they didn't read their Bible very well. The communion is not meant for the righteous. If you think the person is contaminated. So you see, the church became a very bad place to be, where they force people to go and do the civil marriage just to keep us camped. Because those who got it, like Doc said, we are civil marriage, you know, the process by which I did civil marriage, they don't even have it.
Maybe kiki me I confused kakra wa sama aka enti.
Office camera.
Na antiase. O si enei ordinance no kwa akwa asore dem aye bisa say why fie de na answer. So
unfortunately by law, any pastor that tells you, have you done everything at home, is illegal by law. Go and read the Marriage Act. You can't ask that. So those pastors that they are illiterate. When
papa no say be me wa be fie be
you are not supposed to ask that question. It's illegal by law. It's illegal by law because the it is something that we are practicing. Because at the end of the day, the law says you cannot practice the two. You can't practice anyone. You have to denounce one to have one.
And you fear the new now ordinance. That is
why certificate. That year refer to you as bachelor. Or by the refer to you as what springster. So on the
sign also
check your certificate. You are declared bachelor. But no we engagement if you there. Now we and what we have engagement we the law doesn't stop anybody from marrying you. But we have quack people who don't understand the law. That you can even have a pastor saying, I will not bless the marriage because you are pregnant. It is marriage accepted by family. But you decide, I'm leaving the family and entering into the legality. So, engagement, now boys, boys, the Jimmy Kita basket, the Beman, I don't know where this nonsense came. This modification of stupidity. Just on Thursday, Saturday, near their back, sorry, them. Dear, no. Go. And not just say it is more better than the civil one. But Mrane say, our dear son, you get to more men, you know. At the same time, with me jabako, akoye bako. And once you go and register your ordinance,
now Ukasa, we fear the anti, Uguariano, Uko fear the noa.
A good dadao. A die where they know.
And no good.
Until so krataswa, you are declared as a bachelor and a spinster.
And a mammy no a warrior. Or by second wife no ebemoa. Bako de supasidi bakwana.
Unfortunately for us, this is what the law says. Years of marriage counts. There's nothing like senior wife, junior wife, but years of marriage can because of testament and property gain. Because okay, I say in the marriage act and including the property act, so a change say me why another bank. Then I hear boom. So me no act now from 1991. Now me see 1994. Obin to me can't say the yes in 2021.
Okay, 94.
No, he didn't have an input. He might come to do a dress rehearsal of the property we own already, but I'm the main person who fought with the person to make this property. There have been a lot of precedents and cases. Of my papa be worried 3, 4. Last one they buy and say or no buy any day. The time you see store ye see and tell the papa ne ko code gidi papa ne wuyen say need ni chefeni court no back say mba 8 ni na until proving that in the first instant of our 1991 marriage I sent him $100,000 to pay for the land at Oyibi and that money is here. This is the transaction we did in 1991. Then the law sees that there is an exception to a certain property that you contributed to. So those ones are legality. And 26 December, conference, orgasm conference and the families conference this year. The lawyer, the lawyer can see a power Manhattan. What he play land Ghana. 26, you be beyond the local laws of the land. Orgasm conference in Basel, 26 December, National Theatre Exhibition Hall. Nananka ya Jessica. But the question say why you catch a team say.
I feed the end.
Make the shame. The here say bring and eat.
Found the obedi bra.
Jollof.
Fabra.
Olo ka 4 amameno. Ka say my jollof olo ka 4. Fabra yendi. Ye di in the name of Akosa Sewa. I have a reason why I'm doing this. Mema obi dream that say court awade no ahodi say fia awade. Don't think so. Why drink ko wa reality say manu we. And a memo be so ntra hwe ade bi e yase oba be hwe ni kunu no meka say me ba be fie da ho kra me say mko renovation because that chance semunti. It's good to have that mind because me dey be meka say ba go say obia bokko ni ma me ho pa wo ha send papa so if you watch yourself you go to your mother's side more.
Yeah.
But when anything happens without your father, nothing is done in your life. So definitely, say me yere eboko ni ma me nkwala ni boko ma me ho. Why wouldn't I be forced to help my wife develop something? Say na be nkwala ni ko sro mo nana. Because me nkwala ni ko ma me ho a omo be fia no code because my bottles will feel nyina ama ma me. But omo ko mo ma me ho no a new development that's for home. So what stops me from going to do it? But be careful the way you treat this thing and talk to your husband. Don't make him feel you have to do it. No. It's good for a man to help you develop. And mind you, any block your husband gives you in that development, the law will count it as part of the share. Bema so to make a play Japadi. But you be we are near refi. Yeah, me ba wadi me nyahwe or baby anko wadi be wanya bibiada. I challenge any woman that can stand on radio and tell me when I enter into this marriage, this is what I've gained.
Oh, any day be to me can.
Oh, sister.
Ebi o kra na nya ware empra twen utu mu sa de we. E dan we amesi empra we nti na mesi dan we.
Hello Nana. Usually when I'm talking about wives, one of the things I hate hearing is empra. She kasa
empra ware ya ware kan mo. Aka mamre mu empra ware ya ware.
Me say that
empra ware ya ware.
Sa terminology na term. Nana empra no ti ase. The terminology in plan here on pra. So you are not recognized. So what them can say? And only Bubo say once they see the two of you and you are calling yourself that way, they assume. But even in their cultural practices, you are reminded to do something. What in the Namokoba and see it will be who Fanti foreign forces say. Answer the man who quiet bibino. Just here didn't say good form. So don't assume say me train plan there you who say yeah kwabano you be accepting in that way. Never believe say wa no inferior. Once you have married under the customary practices in Ghana or the Mohammedan practices in Ghana or the civil practices in Ghana, they are the same marriage. The only thing is that the administration there be administration is different.
Eba on administration or be better than
the onja wa de no.
Wapede no o mewie na japade no e ne dia.
And I'm so that is why I'm saying that there are times that some people are
bad.
That's how we say nya nya kwakwaji abayi nze ka se church die onu ko mu hwa asema fa no ne no en o e minister no ne lawyer na say ne counselor na wo ye no ye nim say e ye no nko amanfo nsem no afa no aba beka but onu ne de otimi enye dai emeka bi we any sema counselor you just beka e fa e man ground na when jaya woni e maxwell ejai no ho wetin ya twa wadwe comment section no share video no ama foforo enya bi ahwe ma mu twam so mo subscribe na mo turn notification bell no ya upload video mo nya bi ahwe aha live in Ghana.